Hey guys, it's me again. Today we're going to be doing section 6.2, dividing a fraction by a whole number. Alright, so what is dividing fractions by a whole number? Well, first things first, let's recall that multiplying is combining fractions together to make groups of whole numbers. So for example, what is 3 times 2 over 6? Well, 3 times 2 6 is taking 3 sets of 2 6 and combining them together. So here I have 3 groups of 2 6, each with 2 colored blocks. Counting on my colored blocks, I have 6 of them in total. Since 6 blocks make up a set, I have 1 full set of colored blocks. And the rest of the not colored ones? Well, we don't care about that part. In dividing, we're doing the exact opposite thing. We're splitting up what we have even more. So let's take a look at this. If I were to give you 1 divided by 4, or 1 over 4, what does this mean in terms of a diagram? This is what we're basically doing. We're going to take 1 square and divide it into 4 equal pieces. What about 1/4 divided by 2? Well, that's the same thing. I'm going to take 1/4 of a square and divide that by 2. So taking this, which is 1/4 of a square, I'm going to divide it by 2. Doing that, I actually get 1/8 of a piece. And of course, drawing diagrams all the time can be very tiring. So there's actually an easier way to approaching questions like this. And that's just doing some simple math. Let me show you how next. So whenever I want to divide fractions, there are actually 3 steps that I have to remember. And step 1, that is to flip the number. So whenever we see the division sign anytime, what we need to do is flip the second number upside down and make the division sign into a multiplication sign. So example 1, 1 divided by 3. So first things first, here is my division sign. So how I'm going to approach this question is keep the first number as is. Nothing happens to it. Next, I'm going to change my division sign into a multiplication sign and flip my second term. 3, which is the same as 3 over 1, now becomes 1 over 3. 1/2 divided by 4. So 1/2 stays as is. The division sign gets changed into a multiplication sign, and 4 gets changed of 1 over 4. Last but not least, 1/6 divided by 1/3. So that's 1/6 changing my division sign into a multiplication sign and flipping 1 over 3 upside down into 3 over 1, or just 3. So 1/6 times 3. Now the second step, reduce if possible. Remember, only the top and bottom can be reduced, not top, or bottom, bottom. 1/6 times 3. My 3 and 6 are both divisible by 3, so that gets changed to 1 and 2. Now my new equation is going to be 1 over half times 1, which is just 1/2. 8 times 1 over 2. Since 2 and 8 are both reduced by 2, this becomes a 1 and this becomes a 4. So my answer is just 4 times 1 over 1, which is the same as 4 times 1, which is just 4. And 1/9 times 3 over 2. Both my 3 and 9 can be divisible by 3. In doing that, I get 1 and 3. So now my new equation is 1/3 times 1/2, which is just 1 over 6. And last but not least, our last step is to multiply together. So let's take a look at example 1 now. What is 2/3 divided by 8? Well, first step, I have 2/3 divided by 8. I need to flip my number. So this equation becomes 2/3, which is the first term. My division sign gets changed into a multiplication sign, and I flip the second number. 8, which is 8 over 1, now becomes 1 over 8. So this is my new equation now. Step 2, I need to reduce if possible. With the equation 2/3 times 1/8, I can reduce the 2 and the 8. Since they're both divisible by 2, I'm going to do that. 2 divided by 2 gives me 1, and 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. So now my new equation is 1/3 times 1/4. And step 3, multiply together. 1/3 times 1/4. Top times top over bottom times bottom. 1 times 1 just gives me 1, and 3 times 4 gives me 12. So the final answer to this question, 2/3 divided by 8, is 1/12. Example 2. If you can finish 3 tests in 2/3 of an hour, how many hours do you need for one test? Well, the question tells you that you need 2/3 of an hour for 3 tests. Now you want to find out how much time you need for one test. So to change my 3 tests into one test, what I'm going to do is divide this by 3, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. And remember, we can't divide only one side of the equation. So what we also want to do is divide 2/3 by 3. So right now, my new equation is going to be 2/3 divided by 3. It's going to be the time needed for one test. So 2/3 divided by 3. Here's my division sign, so what I'm going to do is change that to a multiplication sign and flip my second number. Now my new equation is going to be 2/3 times, flipping 3 upside down, I get 1/3. Now I'm going to see if anything can be reduced. I look at it. 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. Nothing can be reduced. So what I'm going to do now is multiply top with top and put it over bottom with bottom. So that gives me 2/9. Meaning that for one test, we're going to need 2/9 of an hour. And here's your favorite part, the summary. Dividing fractions is just like opposite of multiplying. We have to split up what we have. Step 1, we want to flip our second number. Step 2, we want to reduce if possible. And step 3, we want to multiply together. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys had fun. See you guys next time.